What's up, y'all? It's Andrea again. Hope you guys are doing well and that you enjoyed the last video. I feel like my ear is sticking out underneath this hair, whatever. So I did buy a bunch of CDs and a couple of vinyls, and I just kind of wanted to share the collection with y'all. We haven't done one of these little hauls in a while. I think the last one we did was the Titanic unboxing. So just something a little lighthearted for y'all. I got to put this back in its stack here. And I did buy a bunch of books too while we bought these, but I think I'll just let Andrew do the book haul on in-depth literature. So yeah, let's start with the first. We're going to save the best for last, and this is a pretty good haul. Up first, we have Bruce Hornsby and the Range. The Way It Is. I'm sure you guys have heard that song. It's just the way it is. A great album. Just really good stuff. You guys might have seen the cover I did of Mandolin Rain. You guys can check that out. And yeah, Bruce Hornsby, he's so corny and cringe, but I just really love his music. Just really touches my soul. And if anybody knows if his other albums are really good, let me know. I'm sure you've heard Every Little Kiss. I'm sure you've heard Mandolin Rain, as well as The Way It Is on the radio. I hear him at work all the time. So yeah, that's the first CD, Bruce Hornsby and the Range with The Way It Is. Up next, we have two Rush albums. I got The Spirit of the Radio, which is like a Rush greatest hits. It has pretty much all of my favorite Rush songs on it. And I'm not really a big advocate for greatest hits, right? Because they're kind of cringe and you don't really get to absorb the album, but they serve a purpose just for having all of your favorite songs from a band on one CD. You can kind of listen to it in the car and all that fun stuff. So this has just a lot of really good songs on it, and it even has Subdivisions on it, which is one of my favorite Rush songs. Gotta love Neil Peart. And up next we have another Rush album. This is Moving Pictures. I'm sure most of y'all have heard of this Rush album. It's probably, I don't want to say the best necessarily, but it's definitely one of the most popular, and the production is just slamming. It sounds so good. It has Tom Sawyer, Limelight, which is one of my favorite songs. The Camera Eye, it's a great song. So just a lot of great stuff. So now we're going to transition into the metal chapter. We got a bunch of metal. And like I said, we're going to save the best for last. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. So up next, we have the debut Slipknot album. I just noticed that there's a Ouija board on the back. That's pretty creepy. A little satanic, but we'll just go with it. This is the debut album from Slipknot, and it's just crazy. I don't even know how really to describe it. And I will say that I do have to be in a mood to listen to Slipknot because it's so freaking chaotic and it's so sludgy and just heavy. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, you turn on Slayer or Lamb of God and like I'm always in the mood for that, but there's something so visceral about Slipknot that makes it not for a very regular listen. I think that's what's special about Slipknot is like you have to really be in that mood, I guess. So this is their debut album, I'm pretty sure. I think they might have had another album before this official lineup. But anyway, it's just a great album. It's got Sick and Eyeless on it, Surfacing, just really great all around. Next, we have the Subliminal Verses by Slipknot, which is probably one of their, definitely, I think it's their second album, but I definitely would say it's probably one of their best, if not the best. Let me know if it's the second album. If it's not, I apologize. But this has some really great songs on it too. It's been a while since I've listened to Slipknot, and my buddy in high school actually let me borrow like his entire Slipknot discography. So I've definitely listened to my fair share of Slipknot. And we actually Andrew just made a video about Slipknot. So anyway, we've got two of the classic Slipknot albums, and it feels good to have some more CDs in my collection. I went a little crazy when I got my tax return, paid off some bills and paid rent and helped my dad with some stuff. But then there's a little bit of, it was some time for some splurging, so that's what we did. And I did find Wrath on CD, one of my favorite Lamb of God records. I definitely say it's a tie between, well, my favorite Lamb of God record is actually As the Palaces Burn, but after that it's probably Ashes of the Wake and then probably Wrath. I think Wrath is much stronger than Sacrament. Let me know in the comment section. Is there a picture of Lamb of God in here? I don't think there is. Yeah, it's just like really cool designs and lyrics and stuff. I don't know why my computer is flickering like that. Bubbly, 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 bubbly. Okay, it looks like it's still recording. Up next, we have a classic Slayer album, South of Heaven. Really great stuff. And I actually saw this on vinyl. So it was a little tempting to get the vinyl, but we ended up going with just the CD because CDs are just so convenient. And I think we're going to save the vinyls for really, really special stuff instead of just collecting vinyl just for the hell of it. I think it would serve a purpose just to, really make the vinyl count, so to speak. We have our last metal album here. This design is actually really cool, but this is Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Super cool album. It's actually designed like a record. It has a sleeve here. Yeah, it kind of looks like a record. Not completely, but sort of. And the liner notes are in here like so. Got Filthy Animal Taylor. And of course Lemmy. I forgot what the guitar player's name was. I apologize. Just a classic Motorhead album. If you're going to have a Motorhead album, it should probably be this one. There's probably some better ones that we'll explore at some point. So we're going to put this back. A little ASMR for you all. Hopefully it's not too obnoxious. And I've been really loving this album lately, Hard Candy by Madonna. Super catchy, just really awesome production. I kind of overlooked it because it has that, song called 4 Minutes on it, which now I actually love. But I just heard it on the radio all the time, and it was kind of getting on my nerves. But if you listen to it in the context of the album, it's just such a strong Madonna album. And I'm just kind of slowly crawling from underneath the rock. Because I missed a lot of these records when they were actually out, just because I'm a weirdo like that. And I find stuff way after the fact, but it's okay. So up next, we are to the Britney Spears collection. And this is part of it, actually. This is part of the Britney Spears collection. But anyway, we were going to start with some CDs, then we have some vinyl. And I am just on a Britney Spears binge lately. I think it's because I read the memoir. And what was interesting about the memoir that she wrote, it functions as kind of like a biopic. Like, she references all of her albums and talks in depth about a lot of the songs and the recording process. So I think I was just curious to get some more Britney Spears therapy, I guess. So we're not going to really go in any particular order, but maybe we should just for the hell of it. And this is like a good chunk of the entire Britney Spears discography, but it's not the entire one. We're missing like 2 or 3, I think. Yeah, I think we're missing 3. That just like I have them. Well, I have most of them, but they're not in this collection because I already had them before. So this is just the new Britney Spears records that we got, and some of them are not even open, like Circus. We're probably actually going to open that right now with you all. Have a nice little envelope opener. And some of these are actually hard to find now. Like, you just don't see a lot of Britney Spears records in stores anymore. Unfortunately, because, she's kind of like old hat now. I mean, she's pretty much like still the most famous celebrity, in my opinion, but I don't know. She's not getting the airplay. I'm sure she's still selling records, but it's just hard to find anybody's record now unless you go to a really good record store like I did. I'm actually taking my friend there tomorrow. My friend Candace is going to go with me. It's going to be really fun. So this was, of course, everybody knows the song Circus. There's actually a lot of other good songs, and I'm just really excited to, oh God, she looks really cute in this picture. I'm just really excited just to spin the CD in my car and just kind of really absorb it and just hear it. And I just love that cover. And I'm definitely loving these liner notes. And I do actually have a Britney Spears favorite albums ranked video coming, but it's going to take me some time to really absorb the entire Britney Spears discography. Some weird pictures in here. Oh, there's some really gorgeous pictures. It's sad because Britney Spears, during most of these albums, pretty much all of her albums, she was under the conservatorship. And if you read the biography, or if you read the memoir rather, you'll know. You'll just never really listen to Britney Spears in the same way, I guess, if that makes sense, just because of all she went through. Um, but yeah, so let's, before we spend too much time on that, up next we have In the Zone, and this album is killer. Like most of you guys probably know the song, what's on here? Toxic. Everybody knows that song. And of course, it has the beautiful, heart wrenching song called Every Time. Absolutely love that song. And there's like maybe one or two songs that are a little too hip hoppy rap for me. That was definitely during that era of, you know, Kanye West and Snoop Dogg and all that garbage. But overall, the album is really strong. It's got some super catchy songs on it and just beautiful production, really interesting stuff. And that's just one of the most beautiful covers. So gorgeous. Yeah, and just, yeah, she was going through a tumultuous time during this album too. So it's just really interesting to see and hear, rather, Britney Spears be stealing the curves on this one. What a cute outfit, though. And it's really interesting to kind of witness her, you know, emotional condition, or her emotional transformation, I guess you could say, over the course of her discography. And this is an older record. I believe this is the third. I want to say this is the third. Yeah, this is the third Britney Spears record that I found on CD. I really wanted to get this because it has some of my favorite songs on it, like I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman. Beautiful song, one of my favorite songs. Just a really great record. And I'm still just really, really like absorbing all these too. You know, because everybody's heard all the hits on the radio for like the last 25 years. It's hard to believe how long Britney Spears has actually been around too. So anyway, we've been spinning that. And then we have her second to newest. This is not her most recent, but this is the Britney Jean album. This album is slamming. It's so catchy. The production is just so, it hasn't aged at all, because it's just so, it sounds really current. It sort of has like a dubstep EDM influence, but it's a stronger record in my opinion than Femme Fatale. Femme Fatale only has like a couple of songs that I actually like on it, surprisingly, but this one just really, I've been spinning this in my car like crazy, me and Andrew. It's just got some beautiful pictures of her in here. So gorgeous. And she's actually got this really cool montage of her fans in here holding up signs. It's just really beautiful, inspiring stuff. And okay, so we're done with the CDs, and now we have some vinyls. This is the second Britney Spears album. I think Andrea ordered a shirt of this too. We have our lucky shirt here. Anyway, yeah, this is definitely a monumental Britney Spears album, and I just thought something like this would be cool to have on record. I didn't really specifically, I don't know, just something about having this album on record just sounded cool, but I will probably get it on CD too. I don't think there's much in the way of liner notes here. It doesn't open up or anything, but it just looks like this. It does have some really beautiful pictures of her with some lyrics. On the reverse side, it's got some other stuff. There's like a little excerpt from her journal in here, which is really cool. Just a regular black vinyl, and really, really nice condition. And yeah, I just think too, you know, it's one thing to have a billion songs on your phone, but if you have, you know, a small record and CD collection of albums that you really love, you can bring them out when people come over, and you can just share them with the world and listen to them with headphones. And it's just really nice to have some of these. And I don't know where this Britney Spears obsession is coming. It just kind of came out of the blue. But anyway, the guy at the record store actually told me that this was kind of rare to find on vinyl. I don't know if he was just bullshitting me, but I got a discount on it. I didn't pay that much. But yeah, this was supposed to be this is like the fans' favorite album, I guess. It's called Blackout. And I spinned the first half of it, and it sounds pretty darn cool. I'm not sure if it's my favorite yet, but that remains to be seen. And I love the way this vinyl looks. It's got just some regular liner notes. I think this side's actually better. I know every time I put something in front of it, like messes up the lighting. But anyway, check out the color of this record. It's just banging cool. Yeah, it looks kind of, yeah, it's picking up fairly well on here. But yeah, I don't know, I just love having some of these records. I plan on getting some heavy metal records too. Um, but yeah, maybe someday we'll collect all the Britney Spears records and CDs. Because the CDs come in handy, like I said, when you're driving um, or just going over to somebody's house. I should probably put this back in the thing. Most people don't have record players, right? Um, but they're kind of coming back. You know, vinyls are definitely. Ooh, there's something in here. Oh, it's nothing. I thought it was like a little Britney Spears sticker, but it's just a little We Are Vinyl thing. I'll probably keep this though, because I think if you scan this or look it up, you can find other albums. So anyway, we'll put this back in here. But let me know if that's true that the Blackout album is rare on vinyl. I don't know. I feel like stuff is getting harder and harder to find on Amazon. I can't even find some of Madonna's albums on Amazon right now. I'm sure they'll come back, but I'll probably just have to hit up her website or something. So anyway, we've kind of been going crazy on music lately, but we'll probably slow down after this and just really absorb these records for the next couple of weeks. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll try to get this video up soon. I already have one video coming up tonight, so I don't want to like overwhelm y'all. But thank you so much for watching, y'all. We'll see you guys very soon. Make sure you guys check out the links in the descriptions just for other videos and to contact me and also to donate. And until next time, bye.